You're helping people recognize and acknowledge the pain of their struggle. It's important that that comes out. It's important that we can be honest about how much of a difficult time they're having. And then you're also bringing them to this place of clarity where they see a way out. Have you asked your current students what's the biggest value they receive?
Yeah, each one of them is a bit different. But I would say the biggest one is that people learn to handle their emotions and be more confident in themselves and trusting that they can take care of themselves and come back to a place of pleasure.
And what you just told me right there is the beginning of great core message communication. Because what you just told me tells me as a human being the problem that I get to solve. If you speak to the heart of the matter of, look, this is the dilemma, this is the core value that people receive, and this is the problem we're solving. For me, it's like, okay, I can step into a community that is all about that. And I would imagine that it would take some reorganizing about the community offering that targets that more specifically. Is that an option?
In the retargeting and how I speak about what I do?
Just to make that the focus. It's like if I went to your website to learn about what the program's about, could that be communicated? And then as it relates to a sales process, the strategy that I would have is, can I get the prospect to see that this is their big issue, their disconnect from self-pleasure? Can I get them to admit that? And if it's not the case, then it's not the right fit. Beautiful. It's a journey to get them to admit that. It's like beyond all the things that we are blaming as the problem, can we see that in some way, fundamentally, I'm denying myself the pleasure that I crave? The sales process has to become easier. It's more direct.
Yeah, I lose myself now in conversations and they end up talking about too many aspects of their lives. And we kind of get into half coaching. And then they're like, wow, this call was amazing. It gave me so much clarity and I feel so much better. And only that is just so much. And I don't think I need the program right now. It's like I'm giving away. And I've been told this before, don't coach and when we don't get them to what the problem is and don't. But for many people, just to get to that problem, that's a whole coaching session just for them to realize that thing without me actually helping them solving it. That's just a lot for many people.
Yeah.
I feel like, I'm already so helped by this. And
yeah, my approach with that is to add as much value as I possibly can and then spend 15 minutes in a potential sales process. My biggest concern on a sales call is not so much getting the sale. My biggest concern is offering as much value as I can in a limited amount of time. And here's why, because I know that the real transformation isn't going to come from one call. The real transformation is a commitment to a journey. It's an ongoing process. And so I do make that clear. And I bring up examples of, insights we've had where it's like, oh, I thought I figured it all out. And then we just find ourselves back in the same loop. And so it's important to engage something that I might call a devotional service. It's like, okay, we can recognize the problem. We can see that this has been a pattern that's been going on for a long time. And clearly it's not going to be resolved with just one phone call. And then what you can also consider from a sales strategy is if you can get them to experience tremendous value like you are, which means
imagine how much they could experience in 6 months if they receive this much value in just one call.
Exactly. As you're offering that value, you're also building a form of authority. It's like, holy shit, you really know what you're talking about. This progress that we're having right now is really cute and it's fun. But my question is, do you really want to transform, or do you just want to have, a temporary good feeling? Do you want to dive into this, or do you just want to tip your toes in the water? You're helping people recognize and acknowledge the pain of their struggle. It's important that that comes out. It's important that we can be honest about how much of a difficult time they're having. And then you're also bringing them to this place of clarity where they see a way out. And then let me know if you're doing this part where it's kind of like you see the gap, right? We've explored the pain. We explored the solution and you're feeling good. My question is, What is your life like 1 year from now if you don't resolve this issue? Like if you continue to ignore this in the ways that you have, where is that going to put you in 1 to 3 years? And if they don't know the answer to that, in most cases, it's like, okay, well, let's go back 3 years ago when you still had this problem. How's that been going?
I can notice in my sales process, because I've been receiving less clients these last 6 months or 5 months than previous year, it shines through that I need clients.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And I even got upset because I noticed that I would go over my own boundary and kind of pleasing them or giving them more time or lower prices. And it was actually really supportive because I had this person and she had 3 free calls and she still couldn't get to a point. And I hang up on the phone and I'm like, this person I'm allowing her to waste my time.
Yeah.
If I can say it straight, I know how good I am what I'm doing. And I feel like I should not be convincing insecure young people who can't afford what I give. I should probably charge 3 times more and working with people who are really, really ready to do the work because I know I can do the work for them.
That's the solution.
I'm tired of people who don't dare to do the work.
And if you keep giving discounts and wasting your time, you're going to find people.